There has been many great centers in NBA history. There are household names like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, and this specific player named Artis Gilmore is one of my favorite centers. He's a Hall of Famer. Many NBA fans know him. Almost everybody should. Probably casual fans to modern fans don't or won't really know him. He was 7'2", 240 pounds. In my opinion, one of the most underrated centers of our generation. Of course, again, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's an 11-time All-Star, a 1-time ABA champion, 5-time All-ABA team member, 5-time All-Defensive team. He was the 71-72 All-Rookie team. He was the 71-72 Rookie of the Year, and the 71-72 MVP. I'm not sure about you, but not many people I know have won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same season, especially for a center. That is amazing and one of the most ridiculous, most astounding feats in NBA history. And in his 17 seasons playing in the NBA, well, playing basketball, I should say, he played 5 of them in the ABA and 12 in the NBA. His career totals are 18.8 points a game, 2.4 blocks, 0.6 steals, 2.3 assists, 12.3 rebounds on 69.8 free throw percentage, 15% three-point percentage, and a 58 field goal percentage. He's averaged 35.5 minutes per game in 1,329 career games. He has a 59.3 value over replacement player, 189.7 win shares on a 62.3% true shooting percentage, and a 21.4 player efficiency rating. And to break it down even further, his stats, in the ABA, he just absolutely dominated the ABA. Averaged 22.3 points a game, 3.4 blocks, 0.7 steals, on 3 assists, 17.1 rebounds, 66.8% free throw percentage, 28% three-point percentage, and a 55.7 field goal percentage. He also had 41.5 minutes per game in 420 career games, a 59 true shooting percentage, a 23.5 player efficiency rating, a 23.5 PER player efficiency, a defensive box plus minus of 3.4. That is one of the best defensive box plus minuses in NBA history. Well, ABA history, as we should say. And then let's go to the NBA. He did suffer some injuries, plus he was going into his old age. And even through all of that, he was still able to dominate in the NBA as well. Not to the effect as he did in the ABA, but still to a degree, with 17 points a game, 1.9 blocks, half a steal, 2 assists, and 10.1 rebounds. He did increase his free throw percentage to a 71.3%. His three-point percentage went down to a 7%. And his field goal percentage went up to a 59.9%, basically 60% field goal percentage. Of course, he averaged less minutes on 32.7 minutes a game in 909 career games. He had a 64.3 true shooting percentage, a 20.2 PER, and a defensive box plus minus of 1.2. Still very impressive numbers considering the amount of injuries he had, and just going into old age, all the seasons, his 35, 36, 37, 38 years old. And now let's get to his playoff performances. He's been to the playoffs 11 times of his 17 seasons. Now that is just astonishing. 11 of his 17 seasons, he's been to the playoffs. In the 73-74 season, he put up 22.5 points a game, 3.8 blocks, 0.9 steals, 3.5 assists, 18.6 rebounds in 8 games. And then the year he won his ABA championship ring, the 74-75 season, he averaged 24.1 points, 2.1 blocks, 1 steal, 2.5 assists, 17.6 rebounds in 15 games. And then the year he won the MVP, which, let me remind you, his rookie year, he put up 23.8 points a game, 5 blocks a game, 2.7 assists, 17.8 rebounds on a 64.6 free throw percentage, a 59.8 field goal percentage in 43 minutes in all 84 games. Never missed a game. Just crazy to think about. His rookie year was the same year he won his MVP. He also played every single game in the season for 12 seasons of his 17-year career. And let's get to his real impressive accolades. He's 18th in career games played among all-time NBA players, 13th in career minutes played, 2nd in career offensive rebounds. He's 1st in defensive rebounds, one of the best rebounders in NBA history, 5th in career total rebounds, 4th in blocks, 8th in turnovers, which isn't very good, 3rd in personal fouls. In rebounds per game, he's 16th. In blocks per game, he's 15th. His true shooting percentage ranks 4th amongst all-time NBA players. Very impressive. Offensive win shares, he's 16th. Defensive win shares, he's 11th. And total win shares, he is 10th. And then his defensive box plus minus, his career, he's 3rd. His value over replacement player, he's 24th. He's ranked 17th. Okay, and the reason I'm making this video, he's ranked 17th amongst all-time centers. And just to name a few that I saw ranked ahead of him, which I don't believe should have been ahead of him. One of them, Willis Reed. Played in the same era, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe he played in the 60s. Oh man, I really forgot about Willis Reed. 60s or 70s. Anyways. Either way, Gilmore has more all-star appearances, more all-defensive teams appearances, a better field goal percentage throughout his career. He's a better defender, he was more athletic, and a better passer than Willis Reed ever was. Not a knock on Willis Reed at all. He's a great Hall of Famer, one of the best centers ever to live, but should not be ranked ahead of Artis Gilmore. Also ahead of Gilmore, Yao Ming. For a 7'6" guy, Yao Ming, you should not have gotten 8 or 9 rebounds a game for a season. Of course, I'm going to rank Artis Gilmore ahead of you. He was more athletic, a better rebounder, and a way better defender and scorer than Yao Ming. Again, not a knock on any of these guys, just these are facts. Artis Gilmore is better than these guys. They have Dikembe Mutombo ahead of him, Bill Walton ahead of him. Dikembe Mutombo, great shot blocker, not much else. Bill Walton, injuries consumed his career, otherwise he could have been one of the top 10 centers of all time. George Mikan, a great Hall of Famer, but yet again, Artis Gilmore just has a step above him. They rank Tim Duncan ahead of him. I'm a huge Tim Duncan fan, but in my opinion, Tim Duncan is a power forward, not a center. That is just my opinion. You also have Patrick Ewing ranked ahead of him, which, don't get me wrong, Ewing is an all-time great, one of my favorite NBA players of all time. But Gilmore is more efficient, has more win shares. His passing is just a little better. He's a better rebounder. He has a better effective field goal percentage in his career. Better everything. He's way more an efficient scorer and shooter than Ewing ever was. Ewing was an amazing defender. Gilmore does not beat him in that category. But with all that being said, being ranked 17th is an absolute crime. He should be ranked at least top 12, or even in the top 10 arguably, depending on who you're putting in there. Should not be any farther out than 13th. If he's 13th and higher, there's no way. He should be 12th and lower. He should be a top 12 center of all time. And to even prove my reasoning here and why I made this video, hoopshabit.com has him ranked as 17th. Complex.com has him ranked as 21st. And this is just a crime. I looked up the ABA players in the competition he had to play against while he was putting up these great numbers. Let's take a look at some of the ABA players he had to play against. These are all Hall of Fame players. Louis Dampier, George McGinnis, Dan Issel, Roger Brown, the great Rick Barry, Mel Daniels, David Thompson, Moses Malone, Dr. J, Billy Cunningham, George Gervin, Connie Hawkins. All Hall of Famers, all ABA players that he was playing against at the time, and he was putting up those ridiculous numbers I showed you earlier, back in his ABA days. And then in the NBA, his competition, when he was still putting up great numbers, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, John Havlicek, Elvin Hayes, just to name a few. I can name a hell of a lot more if you really want me to. And I don't know, that's just my opinion on Artis Gilmore. Should be remembered as one of the greatest centers of all time. Apparently not by these websites and the media. So yeah, that's all I wanted you guys to really get out of this video. Some facts about Artis Gilmore. Go look him up on any website, NBA.com, Hoops Reference. An all-time great. Should be a top 12 NBA center of all time. But apparently these websites and the media don't have him as that. So, please leave a like, share this video, comment your opinion on if he should or shouldn't, comment some video suggestions, some new ideas to make videos on. I'm all for it. This has been Dice Sports. I'm out.